Hi everyone, I wanted to share with you today a layout that I just completed. I'm sort of getting into the Halloween spirit a little bit early, but I wanted to do this layout from some pictures I had taken at Disneyland. It was from the Haunted Mansion. They do that special thing where they convert the mansion during Halloween and Christmas. And so it really came together because I was at Michael's and they were clearing out these wood veneer frames. So you see this oval one, and I'm trying to take a shot from the side so you can see it's elevated. But it was just a plain, unfinished wood veneer, and I thought it was goth looking and really reminded me of the Haunted Mansion. So I picked it up, I painted it with a couple of coats of black paint, and then I put on some chunky black glitter just around the sides here. Let me get real close if you can see, just not all the way on the ornate part. I thought it might take away from that too much. But I was just sort of playing around. I didn't know how it would work out, but it was so inexpensive and I thought it's just worth a try. Do something fun. So that was my centerpiece and I just sort of worked from there. And I used this background paper. Is from Carta Bella from last year from one of the collections. And it already had this spooky tree in the background, and up here it had this moon and the owl. I added these funny little eyes to it. Couldn't resist. I like my googly eyes. And then I just added some other little bats around here, some 3D images. And I put two pictures on the side here. This picture was just as I was coming up to the mansion, and I took that one. Now this one down here, I had found a video online that someone had done taping throughout the ride, and I just did a freeze frame of one of the shots. This is looking down into the ballroom where it's decorated and the ghosts are dancing and everything, because my camera just doesn't take pictures in that dark environment, so this was really cute to have. I think it's supposed to be like a gingerbread house with a countdown. And then just that saying, when two holidays collide, that's what they say at the beginning when you're getting onto the ride. And so that is just typed onto the picture and printed out. And let's see, the other thing I added here is just the fence, sort of the graveyard fence around. That's a Martha Stewart sticker. And I've just had that for a while from one of her collections. I always get her collections that come out every Halloween. Just looks like this, and it's got adhesive on the back, and then I just stuck it. It just comes in short pieces like this, so I stuck about 3 across, had to cut them to make it fit. And I actually cut this one down here because I thought of putting it on after I'd already adhered the pictures there. And then these are just a couple of her photo corners. Again, Martha Stewart. And also this tombstone. And then this silly little ghost here. He's just something from the Michael's Recollections collection, where they come out with just little packages that they usually put on one of their end caps. You can see it's a 3D, and it also is kind of glossy looking. And he goes with this one here. It also came with these three little bats too. So I added that. And then this photo corner up here, I believe that is also from one of the Martha Stewart collections. But the main reason I wanted to do this little video overview is just to show you something. It's probably not a revelation to a lot of people, but it really was to me. And it was just using the Cameo to cut out this title. And you know, when you're trying to get your letters on straight, I've done a couple of things. First of all, if I cut it out of this background paper, then you know you can slide in another paper behind it, and that makes it easy to do, and you've got a different title color background, if I'm making sense. But then the other thing you can do is do your cutout and glue them on top, but of course then they're maybe not straight or whatever, so then I would use the negative part to line it up and put my letters in that to make it straight. But this time I was watching Jennifer Maguire was doing something on die cuts, and she was talking about laying pieces inside the negative. And so I'm just going to come in real close so you can see that that is just flat right here, because what I've done is I've cut out from the black piece of paper, from my background paper, I've cut out Haunted Mansion, and then I cut out again off of another piece of paper. It actually happens to be this striped paper that I've got in the background. The other side of it was a beige background with a skeleton, and I just cut out Haunted Mansion from my Cameo. See here, I cut it out several times because I was going to layer one on top of the other to make more like a thickers type of raised title. But I got the one piece out and I took it over and I fitted into the negative part that I had cut from my background, and it fit in just perfectly. And then I thought I really liked that. It almost looked like it was printed in the beige color on top of my black paper. So I decided not to put the other layers on top of it. And I just wanted to point out how easy that was to do and how cool it just looks like a title that was part of the paper. Now this little guy here, the word "the," he's raised though, because I was really concerned about how small and intricate it was, and this Carta Bella paper has a little bit of a texture to it, and I was afraid that the blade might not be able to cut it smoothly and then I'd ruin my paper. So I cut it out of the beige to see how it would do and just decided to glue that on top. So that's just the way that the title came together, and that's just the reason I wanted to do this quick little overview of my layout, just so that maybe if you've never thought of it or just had an aha moment like that right now that I had, and try it yourself, you might enjoy and wonder why you've never done it before. I just love it. So this is the way I'm going to do a lot of my titles, I think. So anyway, hope you enjoyed just seeing my layout. Let me know, and we'll see you soon.